We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Loba.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Minshew sets to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Off play action, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check 13.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
18 Gators, number 1.
You got 3
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check the out, check the out, check the out. And 58 is a Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready up.
56. Hey, here we go.
On first down, it's Hubbard. The 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Come on.
Topper, topper.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Troy Fumagalli, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Travis.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joseph now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 26. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bucs 21-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Smooth. Get in the way. 6-6. Pull it. Snap.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Here's Minshew. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. from 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Safety's creeping. Shit.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 3rd down, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
58, come on. Squeeze, double.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The throw right sideline here is complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep. Touchdown, Carolina! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
Now.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep going, go.
Check 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunist.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, zoom. Look at me, zipper.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First and 10 at the
Go now.
46-yard
70,
line.
Indy.
Tighten up, tighten up.
You're out.
Check, 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 check.
General West. Take go.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
Second and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at about the 31. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaughtons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, exit.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
Now.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let him know, let him know.
Go. 60 on. Get it.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Looking to throw it, Minshew. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is what...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tight end roll, tight end roll. 4 down, 4 down. Mike.
Hey!
59. Let's get it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now it's Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Set. 10-2 stop.
I'm going to come back to you.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Back to throw here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Go. Big grip.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
That's big.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Bind, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they